Welcome to another episode of The Carry Unplugged. Today, we have two very special guests. They recently collaborated on the EP Wild and Free that has been doing numbers since its release. Joining me today is none other than Maat Penn and Luh Hefe. Maat Penn, aka The Plug, or Nice Day, is a producer who created Nice Day Music Studio, which started out as a post-college venture to create an environment to increase the capabilities of a musician, but now is a studio that caters to the full development of an artist, including management, content creation, and production. Accompanying Maat Penn, the third-degree black belt in karate, is the content creator / artist Luh Hefe, who is the voice behind the EP Wild and Free, as well as many other tracks like Oh God and many others. Join us today as we dive into the conversation about music, exploring the making of Wild and Free and the music industry both regionally and internationally. Stay tuned because I know you don't want to miss this conversation. Welcome Maat Penn and Luh Hefe to the podcast. Alright, so how you guys doing, man?
Yeah, we safe.
How are you?
Decent. So we saw you guys recently collaborated to create the EP Wild and Free.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about the project? We could start with you, Matt. Tell us about the project, like how it was, making it and then seeing the finished product and seeing people, mess with it.
Okay. Firstly, thank you for having us.
No problem.
The project was inspired by us literally just trying multiple genres because of Hefe's background, being from here and migrating to the US, and in the US having to be a melting pot of cultures just like here, but him having to interact with such persons, it caused him to have the ability to try much more than just his usual rap, his usual, a rap and R&B style. So we decided to say, let's make a more worldly impact on the music scene here. So that's why we decided to go with that Wild and Free.
Makes sense. What about you, Hefe?
I feel like we were just trying to be different. It's like trying to reach different heights. We ain't trying to be on the same thing where everybody doing. Not saying it bad, but you just trying to be stand out.
Makes sense.
Feel something different.
Yeah, for me and my panel, we were listening to it like a week ago or so. Whenever I had like the first day I released, and then how it was, like we were just listening to it, I was like, it's giving me alkaline vibes. It ain't like that classic Tola rap. Yeah. I ain't saying Tola rap bad. It just like it give you a different, a different vibe. So for you, Matt, what inspired you to be a producer?
Production for me started in high school. So around 14, which is from then to now is when I was starting to do producing. As music teacher of mine, God of his soul, he had given me a piece of equipment, and from there I had a whole summer and I literally spent every single day in my program. I spent until a month passed, and I was like, let's try and make a beat, and then it was terrible. But with persistence and just keep trying over and over, I was able to, year after year, just keep getting better, and then here we are now.
Got you.
Yeah.
So for you, Hefe, well, for both of it, right? Let me ask how it is. Out of the entire EP, there's 6 tracks on it, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So what would your guys' favorite song be or favorite track be on the EP?
I think we have a collective idea, but I think us and the public don't have the same. For some reason, we don't have the same idea. But our favorite song is the last song.
Yeah, Turn It On.
Turn It On.
Turn It On, that's the name of it, or?
That's the last song. Turn It On. I think that's our favorite song. It was like that could be the one. But our perception and everybody's public perception.
Yeah.
Different. Everybody got different tastes.
Yeah.
Is there any like reason as to why is your favorite?
It was the last song to get recorded. And it was also, just the feeling that we got from it, because I was away. I was actually in Trinidad when he sent me the idea for the song.
Okay.
So he was like, I think this one
This one is it.
It's one feel like where I am. So
Facts.
it just felt like that energy.
So like which track took the longest to record or make?
That's up to you.
Boy. Ain't no matter how long it takes to make it, no matter how long it takes for me to go to the studio to record it. It's like,
timing.
Recording songs ain't nothing for me. I could just quick.
So like, what's the process of like you recording a song? You just randomly just get up and be like, yo, let me go to the studio.
I got let me see how to put it. I gotta be in that kind of moment, like something gotta be going on for me to feel it, and then I'd be like, okay, I gotta hear the beat, and the beat gonna talk to me, and they gonna tell me like, yeah, this is what you gotta talk about. But it gotta be something that I going through, or I know what's going on. It's like I can't just rap about somebody else.
Makes sense.
Shit, nice one.
So, is it any like specific story or something that you want to convey to the listeners of your tracks in the EP?
For the first one, Wild and Free, that was basically about struggles. Everybody go through struggle to check. That was basically one of them. Most of my songs are mainly about struggle or something. But if it's something else, you see something like New Style was just something different. Like I want to try different, different genres, no, different flows. I mean,
Makes sense.
like, so let's try something.
So, can we expect, more projects from you guys in the near future?
Of course, wow, of course.
Definitely. We have a lot.
So you say you got something cooking in the lab?
Yeah.
Always cooking.
Okay. You want to tease anything like?
But back to that question though about the idea for the project, the whole Wildlife Free concept. If you listen to it from start to end and you literally look at all the songs and all the names, and even if you listen to how Wildlife Free ends the last chorus, it have an applause in the background. So it's us basically saying, it started with grandmother again on the keys. That's how that's how mothers be. Mothers don't want you to be, like a basical. Mothers want you to be,
Want to be productive.
Zoom.
Makes sense.
Project. So she and him, she's like, what you doing? What going on? YouTube ain't saying, TikTok ain't saying, and TikTok down low.
Oh my God.
So TikTok down low, she's like, how you gonna?
Yeah.
How you gonna make this movement if you don't making a movement?
Yeah, do something.
And they know the band will come in. So it's just like,
Yeah.
We know that it will come in. So like we have to make the differences, up from all it.
Makes sense.
So it's reality check. You gotta wake up. You can't older.
True.
You can't actually give it's gonna be touching you forever.
True that.
You can't see your parents forever.
Tal.
Wild and Free, you gotta get out there.
Facts.
You
want to be wild and free.
Yeah.
So, and after that is New Style. So New Style, you want
I think that one is my favorite. Also the whole one.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's my
my
favorite.
Like no, like legit. I listening to it. I'm like, dog. This is like I had in a shower. I'm gonna lie to you, right? I had my playlist on shuffle. Like, I hear it come on. I'm like, who the frig is this, dog? Then I'm like, dog. And then I really check. I was like, oh, like give me some alkaline vibe, some real dog. Cause you song that. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. You song amazing.
That song was the most challenging for me.
Actually,
that was the most challenging song because
that's why we take long to make too. We had to find 2 more bars for that. Okay, we couldn't.
Oh,
We had to find 2 more bars for
Yeah,
it. I didn't want to say anything random or nothing.
For months we had it at before the I'm equipped for bus shot and turn it on.
Yeah.
That only came after Turn It On was recorded. And I said Turn It On was the last song.
Yeah, that was the last one.
So
wait. So how long would you say it took you guys to even make the EP? Yeah.
we were
Not long, to be honest.
we were consistently like talking, sharing ideas for about 3 months.
Okay.
So but we did start other songs from before summer, but nothing has started to get recorded, or nothing that y'all heard has started to get recorded.
Makes sense.
Other things that were recorded in that same genre style, but that's to be
To be announced.
announced.
Yeah. So the first track I can't remember what's the name of it? Reality Check, and that's Ron's mother speaking. Okay, was that a real argument or?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No matter be my ass time. I ain't gonna cut.
Wow. I think now like a whole stage saying, "Mommy, come in the studio, mommy, see what she had to say." But wow.
We had recorded. I had a thing already recording. I said we were talking there. I said when I realized like I had it recording, I said okay, click. Once she heard it, she was like, oh, really? She said, nah, man, I give myself goosebumps. I said, oh, okay.
Wow. So, what's your proudest moment for both of y'all? What's the proudest moment after this track, or like the whole process, like either before, during the production phase, or after? Like, what's the most proudest moment of this EP?
You could go first.
Wait, repeat that question again.
Okay, so what is your proudest moment?
Let me go there.
I had to give some thought.
What's your proudest moment of the process of the whole EP? Whether it be the start, whether it be the production phase, or after? Like, could it be like seeing how listeners and people listen to it and be like mess with it?
Yeah, is that part there?
Is that like that? That's what you say would be.
I ain't gonna lie. This is my first dance. Oh God was the first one.
Okay.
I tried the genre, and I was like, At first I was like, man, by me think them man like this one.
Yeah.
But then when I see how Oga went on, I said, what? Man, we gotta do something about this. And I said, we on the right path.
Yeah.
So after I do that there, I used to play little sneak peeks of the songs from this EP right here on Snapchat. But I used to be like, nah man, nobody reacting to this here. Let me just take this shit down.
Yeah.
And when I post it now, and I seen everybody like, okay, I had the wrong people seen it. It's like,
True.
I had the wrong people seen it.
What about you, Matt?
To me, my thing is when I get the artist approval with how I get to work with them. So when I get, because we want to get a record on this song, this whole EP. So he was away and I was here. So he was sending whatever he sent in, and he sent it in Joy. So I got to go from everything from the mixing process, toning and leveling, and then to go back again with the beats. As I said, no style was the most challenging, not necessarily for his part, but for how the production came in. It wasn't the cleanest sounding, but I think because of how everybody liked it, I guess I did a good job. So hearing his feedback and hearing the Iron's feedback, that's my job.
No, I ain't gonna let that like on a real, cause like from the first to the last track was amazing, dog. Like, and people don't really see, the challenges that you as a producer or you as an artist go through to, have the finished product. Cause people only see the finished product. People don't see because okay, let me ask you, rate the experience of like creating an EP on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of challenging.
That's you. You're that producer. You got
it. So I think my biggest thing would be just getting him to get stuff done. Cause me personally, he can tell you, or anybody that work with me will tell you, it's like, Matt don't like to waste time. Matt and he can be on me like, man, we gotta drop something. I'm like, bro, how you wanna drop something and we barely got songs? Like, we gotta make sure that the cookie jar got stuff in it. You can't just empty the cookie jar one time.
True.
So it's just, in terms of everything, I give it a good 7 at difficulty. For making sure that he staying consistent. Cause he has stuff doing when he away. And me, I just, while I at work, I mixing songs. While I in the studio, that's long nights for me.
Well, this one is specifically for you. We seen you collaborate with, who is it? DJ the Prophet, Billie Jean, Luh Hefe, and I think he also released what's the person's name?
Stefan, we work with Hefe Tunes, we work with Flippers.
Yeah, there was, I think it was like a Christian song, a gospel song. Yeah, so like when you work with these artists, how does it feel to bring these visions to life through music?
Honestly, for me, it's just for me to help them. As an engineer, producer, Billie Jean is under management for myself. So just for me to try and help these youths get their ideas to push forward, and that's really my mission, just to be able to assist others to get from point A to to the masses.
Makes sense. So we asked all our people who come on this podcast this one question, because most are ready from the Virgin Islands, right? I'd eat that.
Of course. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying.
So everybody knows. If I hear someone go out, I'll walk. No. But that's gonna make sense. Right? So the question is, what is the best tat to ever grace these islands we call the Virgin Islands?
Coconut.
I like that.
Coconut tat.
Matt seems like he got some.
Depends on who cook. I say cook. Depends on who bake it. It can't just be any.
True. Nah, that's true. That is true. Because I always say, right, the best coconut tart is the best tart. Because it got a right amount of moistness, and it just pineapple just too. I don't like pineapple.
It's too sweet.
It could be that too, but I guess the texture.
Yeah, but depends
on who
bake it.
Coconut tart is that I guess one of the gate is dryness, but when I do get a coconut tart and I put it in the microwave, that's like a little 10 seconds. Yeah, she said.
No microwave coconut tart.
Bye. No. I don't get my thing 100% fresh, but blame my grandma.
That's a crane.
Wow.
Blame my grandmother.
Man, like honestly, Brent out here doing, he be doing the
Man,
most.
he be
dog.
disrespecting that nigga.
No, the man said,
Brent
look, you had that thing.
disrespecting.
Wait, what? You gotta get gravel and you gotta get water to make a coconut tart. That is stupidness, dog.
Yeah, he
Stupidness.
disrespecting hard.
Stupidness, dog. Look, coconut tart is the best tart. And I hear people saying, oh, kiwi, mango, and.
I never heard that. What?
Nah.
Okay, you would try kiwi mango? Kiwi mango or
No,
strawberry
I
tart?
had a mango tart already.
Yeah, they nice.
Yeah, it tastes good.
Better than coconut, better than pineapple? So like bottom of the barrel type of.
Nah. It wasn't bottom of the barrel, but it still tastes good. I didn't have enough. You know, like when you have, we had pineapple through our whole life. I had pineapple my whole life. That my tart. That's my tart. That my dog pineapple.
Right.
Yeah.
Coconut on top. Coconut on top.
To me,
Pineapple sucker, man.
Pineapple, it like a little closer, come on, but yeah.
Pineapple and coconut for sure.
Okay, so in the BVI music scene, to me, in my opinion, I see a lot of repetition. These artists kind of have the same style, ain't got no variation. So when I see people like Luh Hefe or Timmy Unique put out songs, it's like a breath of fresh air. You understand? So what? Both of y'all can answer this if you guys want. But what do you think would be needed for us to, level up our music industry here in the BVI or reach that international stage like other Caribbean countries?
I feel like they just gotta try something different. Step out of that box, that mindset. It's like anybody gotta rap about guns, anybody got anything. Ain't no problem with doing it or no, but if you really want to take your talent somewhere else, you want to see different stuff. It's a bigger wall out there, you know.
True.
Like, it's a big wall out there, like, and I didn't see that until I moved states. That I checked, so that's about it. To be honest, that you just gotta step out that comfort zone. Not even a comfort zone. Step out that box.
True.
Reach different heights, like.
I think honestly, on a more business standpoint, the industry, we don't really have an industry. We have something that facilitates bands and live music, which is very good because live music is, and that's why honestly everybody
True.
it's attack as music, but whereas rap or any other genre really besides live music, we don't really get the shine for it, and we also have a very tough crowd, a very what's the word? We just stubborn. We like what we like.
I feel like people picky.
Very picky.
Yeah, bad.
Because if I could see my partner release something, the man I always criticize it, downplay it. I mean, if it's song bad, it's song bad.
No.
But still,
we need a degree of honesty, but and I had to tell somebody this the other day, like, you have to have a degree of honesty, but to a sense where you could still be uplifting at least, in a sense.
or like constructive criticism,
Of
basically.
course, constructive criticism, but people always can't take that.
True.
But you have to, like in my field, I have to say, okay, when an artist play me on them, man, I'm like, this don't sound like it. But I have to say, I hear where you're going with it. Even if I don't hear it in the first listen, if I could, understand, okay, you might need to do this one more. You might need to take your time while you're saying what you're saying. You have a good message, or you need to scrap this on a whole. You need a message, you need to take your time, you need to,
Makes sense, yeah.
they need to know what it is that they have to do. Not just, you gotta come out, know that. You can't just say that.
Yeah.
Once you give them the guidelines and you try to help them to move forward, I'm sure that would, assist them a lot. And obviously, the public reception would obviously be better because they would have the same critiques.
Okay. So, question to both of you guys. What is a word of motivation for people wanting to kind of follow in your guys' footsteps? What is a piece of advice you would give them to achieve that goal or, step in your guys' shoes as an artist or a producer?
As a producer, I would just say utilize as many resources around you as possible because I wouldn't be able to get here without numerous connections, without numerous opportunities. If anybody know me, I put doing every single thing that you could name legally, So it's just that, and especially when it came to music, I was just fortunate to have people to look out for me, to have people that wanted to be around me and to surround me with that, the right energy for me to keep doing what I have to do. Because if anybody could tell you, I was doing everything except for music, and only for like the last 4 years or so since COVID, then I will just
Makes sense.
music.
So there you
I ain't
go.
gonna let me. I'll tell you step out your comfort zone, network, and drop your pride. Like,
What do you mean by drop the pride?
Drop your pride. That everybody's scared to do something down here. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
That's true. I
Everybody-
always say this, right? Okay, before you continue, I always say this, like, especially like, when I took up this media thing, filming or anything like it's like everybody will watch me like, yo, we trained that far. Go school, become an electrician, something. Like, dog, I trained. Like, if you passionate about something, just follow it. But
But you know the thing is that down here, everybody's scared of being judged or be called something. I ain't gonna lie, before I start music, I've been doing music, but I just never had to take it serious. These man will make me take music serious for real. Check. I used to be doing regular YouTube and stuff, but before I start YouTube, it's like I used to be scared to drop a video. Like I'll be like, man, what if people be like, man, this man a clown that. And I think I used to be scared of being called a clown that. But check, I ain't tripping about that, but when I really start seeing people showing me love about it, then I start motivating me. I was like, what?
to me, I feel you just gotta find your group of people, to be honest.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, like, regardless what you do, some people going to always bad talking, people are going to say something bad. But you just gotta find your group of people that going to keep you structured and, like, how you are say, provide constructive criticism, but like also ain't going just like bad talking. You know what I'm saying? But for this one and for you, Matt. So, Nice Day Studio. That's what it's called.
That's the studio name.
That's the studio name. So, what is the origin behind the name or the backstory?
So, funny enough, we just didn't want to, because this is around the time when everybody was just starting to rap. It was like, this would be a good opportunity to try and make a studio where people get their ideas across. We're just literally trying to be able to provide the resources necessary for artists to make music that don't sound like it coming out of a spoon. You check? So, he was like, what we gonna name it? And we was like, you know what we can't do? We can't name it More Than Music Studio. So we can call it Nice Day Studio.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, and he was like, let's just come together, let's make music and have a nice day.
Yeah, so it's a more confident, more than that's great.
More Than Music Studio. Nah.
Yeah, we're going on more than music to go. Nah,
I can go more than that beat.
Yeah, just so.
Nah.
I ain't like that crazy. Like. So wait, okay, you graduated 2017. Don't ask me how I know that. I just got that research, right?
High school, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I just got that research. Like, so that was basically then is when you kind of started transitioning into music, or it was something that you been.
No, that was it's after college is when I did that.
And you said a music teacher had give you a piece of equipment. That was in high school, or that was
in high school.
That was in high school. So you're doing it, but you weren't really taking it as.
No, I had it. I just only people used to hear my beats on my household and Dandy.
Okay. And who is Dandy?
That was her name.
Dan Wick, man. Shout out my boy, man.
Yeah.
That's twin.
Yeah. Or close friend, close collaborator.
Okay.
Yeah. So, because he was my high school classmate, he would do music before me. He collaborated with artists like Franco Bismarck on the Luh Hefe project. He has worked with Fizza, they were Petit Guard. We also have a collaboration with Young Stilo, Big Stilo, and Hefe Tunes. All those stuff we were doing from back then until now.
Nah, that's powerful. That's powerful. But if I have any questions I want to ask you, go ahead, whether it be personal or about this. Feel free to shoot.
So, as a media creator in the we call it a very small version, because I would say small, but we small but very powerful.
True.
Because we just released a project, and I have not made my WhatsApp blast yet about this project. He did what he had to do. I didn't even do what I was supposed to do yet, and we're supposed to do media. But as a media creator, how do you feel that you could get better reception of your art?
When you say better reception, what do you mean? Like,
if you want to talk about views, you want to talk about people recognizing you, you want to talk about outsiders recognizing you.
Oh, so basically like getting more eyeballs on my projects?
Yeah.
Okay, so in my opinion, this is not like in any way statistical, but I would just say if I want to get more views or more recognition, you just gotta be consistent with it, because
I mean, there are some one-off cases where, like, if you look at ISO speed, less than 5 months a man blow up. But you have to be consistent, like whether you posting every 2 weeks, every month, let me say every week, stuff like that. Because if you look at TikTok, especially now that Sensei had get banned, it kind of figure out a lot of people. You understand? So
Facts.
you gotta be consistent to know where, let me say, our audience or our viewer in the States or Singapore, wherever, they'll be like, okay, Matt putting out this here every week. I could expect that. So when that person now follows you, and then that help the algorithm will be like, okay, let me find more people like this person. Whereas if I release a video today, 3 months from now I release a next video, and then 6 months from then I release a video, it's like you inconsistent and it train off the algorithm. And also to niche down. Like pick a niche and stick to it.
Yeah.
That's why I end up creating like 3 separate channels. So I have a streaming channel, gaming channel, this podcast channel, and then my vlog lifestyle or whatever channel.
Okay.
So yeah.
Because the reason I ask that is because, being a producer, it's always been a dream of mine. But not this is a dream. The video's done there, just to upload them. It's just looking at people like Metro Women, looking at pages like Mass Appeal, where they would make production type videos and they would post them. It's like, and what basis would be a matter of consistency so that they could reach their specific target audience. And especially now because we're doing music, we have videos, we're gonna have movies coming behind these projects. Because we just don't want the project to just say words. We want you to be able to
Visuals,
see the project. I could see it in my head, but I want y'all to see it too, because everybody ain't a visionary.
True.
Everybody don't learn by hearing. Some people have to learn by seeing. Somebody by writing it, so that if I have to write a book about the project and what it was about and how it was made,
Like I could kind of like touch on that there, like when you see Nori or it's like when Stefan posted stuff, like you could have really, and that's where you had kind of resonate with the Virginals audience in a way, because one, it was different like how you had put out, but at the same time no, you seeing what you're talking about. So yeah, I kind of catch what you're saying, but like
we had a little part to play in that one as well.
Actually,
I didn't want to tell them to kill Nori, but
okay.
because the man will fight nobody. I said, "Boss, kill the girl." We talking about the man talking too much. I sure that I have a recorded in my studio where it's like, the man just kill the girl. That's me.
Right.
Nori just misunderstood, man. She does misunderstood, man.
I know I misunderstood.
What are you gonna kill a girl for?
She doing the most.
Just done the beef, simply put.
Done the beef. She done the beef. She here. Beef done.
And then I'm gonna fight over our next girl. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, let me see. Like, so yeah, that's my
That ain't why.
that's my advice. You just gotta be consistent and put out your best all the time. Cause that's why I realized when I first started off, I would have been like, man, me still gonna worry about that little edit, or me gonna worry about that little thing in the video. Yeah. If you put out your best all the time, even if you fall short, you could always say, yo, I tried my hardest.
Yeah.
Unlike, let me say, I put out a half-ass video and then ain't do the best. I can't really complain because I didn't put my all into it.
Of course.
You understand? Yeah. But other than that, yeah, that's what I would say in terms of.
You got a question?
You got a question at all?
I have a question, but he asked the same question I asked.
You had that question?
Yeah, I had a question. Yeah, that's about the same question, to be honest.
You could take your time and I could edit out.
I had a question, but I forgot.
That's some more questions here. Well, this
we
part
could come back to
here get edit out anyway as well.
Yeah, we could come back to that question. I got one for you at the end.
Okay. Okay, I like this one. So, producer, artist, who is your biggest influence in the music industry? And same for you in terms of like an artist and producer.
Music industry as in
just the whole entire world. Yeah.
Okay. Me personally, in the hip hop, I would say like Young Thug or I grew up listening to a lot of Eminem and them kind of stuff. So like that's where the music stuff really come from, to be honest.
Makes sense.
That's all I grew up listening to. In the Virgin Islands, I would say like Killer Tuma. Killer Tuma is a big one for sure. I could listen to my all day, check. So Rock City. Yeah, they big influence. I ain't gonna like them really motivate me to show you like you could actually make it out to the Virgin Islands, check. So like that's why I never give up on making music or because them man show me that way.
True.
You show me that way, I can follow that way too.
Makes sense. What
Simple
about
as
you?
that.
In terms of, because right now I'm doing so many different roles. But production wise, I would say the collaboration between Kanye West and Mike Dean. Artist wise, I would still say Kanye West.
Okay.
And in terms of songwriters, I would either go to the Rock City Write and Run, which would include Replay, which would include
Wait, they have a replay with IAS?
that was
Oh yeah, I had
Sean
one too.
Kingston, Tyron, Timo, Jason Derulo,
Wow.
and Ayaz.
I did not know they had read that.
I
I know they had read a Lizzo song, I think it was.
Them man right, We Can't Stop by Miley Cyrus.
Wow.
Them man right, yeah.
Well, like when I see Rock City is like it did really inspire me. Cause I interviewed them last year, Village, and I mean like to just be in a room with greatness. I ain't trying to glaze or anything, but it's respectable glaze. Dog.
Yeah,
it's respectable. Like you mean tell me when you see people like who kind of grew up in the same environment as you reach so far. You only want to inspire to
I
be.
don't want to say the same environment because St. Thomas compared to here is like how tall people look at St. Croix. Like it is, especially housing, going up in a housing and making it to where you is. That's way different from looking at Tattoo and saying that we can make it, which is why it's kind of confusing to see why people don't from here don't make it. But it's also to know that we have a lot of pride.
So would you say the reason that people from Tata don't make it in whatever career or industry is because of the pride?
It's pride related.
Really hard.
Also because a lack of discipline. Because
true.
if you listen to Tyron's story, his father would not allow him to go out unless he had his performance prepared.
And that's
a everyday thing. Yeah. So he had to perform for his father every single day. If he did not do that, he couldn't go where he wanted to go. Because we don't have discipline, we don't have consistency. You see, I can't be fighting with this man to record a song.
This man calling my phone. This man calling my phone
every day. I'm like, yo, wait, man. You up yet?
Yeah,
no, that's the same for the project. For those 3 months where, and he had like a weekend I work on. I sure you were happy that I didn't get to go.
What again?
Like I waking him up, whether it be 10, whether it be 9. Yo, so it's like, I just, I have a little background in martial arts, so discipline's a big thing for me.
True.
Trying to be on time, still something I'm working on, but I try to give myself a little grace because I'm doing so much. Trying to deal with these, trying to deal with other artists, trying to make songs, trying to, help other people to get stuff done.
But that's good. Well, I like the fact that you said that because a lot of people from here, they don't try, them not disciplined, them lazy, they procrastinate, etc. And when them don't make it, I mean, you want bad talk, you'll complain.
Yeah.
And that's chippiness, point blank.
I feel like them just don't got the right motivation. That's how it is. I say like, my mother motivate me in a lot of ways. But if I didn't have Matt to for music and kind of stuff, like yo, we gotta get this sound done, you getting this sound done. I'll be on the road. Yeah, I going home. Give me 30 minutes, 20 minutes. I started giving 20 minutes. Yo, you reach home yet? We get a song out there. Yeah. Now I ain't got no choice but to do. I ain't want to head him out for the rest of the night.
True.
Okay, yeah, we just get a song done. Yeah, I just get. You don't even wait. Yeah, I just get emails.
As soon as he sent an email, I done in the file ready. Do. Song finish.
Something like 5 minutes. Yo, the sound on mix.
Wow.
At least the
pre-mix.
The starter, the draft mix. Yeah. To show that, I'm not just getting on your case to get on your case. Like, I honestly waiting to work with you.
I like that.
As with most artists, when they come in by music, I don't want them to be like, yeah, we gotta wait 3 months for the song to be finished. No, it's like
one time. Yeah.
I just want them to at least hear the close, at least 50% of what we get into,
Makes sense. So you guys are, leveling up in the music industry. So I want to ask you 2 questions, right? One, give me a top 5 artists in the BVA. Top 5 artists in the BVA. Top 5 artists. Matter of fact, not in the BVA, but Virgin Islands on a whole. I'm going to extend it a little bit. Top 5 artists in the BVA. Or Virgin Islands, my bad. And top 3 bands in the Virgin Islands. We could start with an artist.
Or no?
I like that. Give me in history. in history?
There's only 3 bands to name. You know.
I want to listen to
There's
bands.
only 3
now.
bands to name. I can tell you.
Now, okay.
There's only 3 bands to name. You know.
Not really, you
I
know.
can tell you because in this order, it can be jam band, it can be vibe, and then it can be kind of like in that order. And debate whoever but your mother. Please, if you got nobody else to debate. That's all.
In talking in history of the Virgin Islands. Only them. Okay, so okay, I know vibe top 3 in pretty much every list.
Friday, Chugu, Kylo, in that order.
I don't listen to no bands, so I ain't gonna lie to you.
So you hear bands.
Only vibe.
Okay. Before we go to the artist then, for me personally, I would say like my top 3 bands. In terms of, hey, forget. Blaine is number 1.
That's kind of steady band stage.
Yeah. Vibe number 2.
You can get some heat. You can get some heat. They're not gonna love you, but you can get some heat. When you're told that people start calling your phone, right? That's what happened.
Hey, Blaine is number 1. Vibe number 2. And then I got Shaw HP number 3.
Not real. I ain't gonna lie. Shabby doing it.
Hey, Shaw's a performer, you know.
No, is that
He
performance?
be doing it.
But to me, the reason I got Shaw number 3 is the energy that he would bring.
That's the real thing about performance. This is what we got to work on.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
So
A lot of stuff that cut
when
out.
you talk about bands, and the reason why I like to talk about live music is because without live music, you don't have nothing. Let's talk about Travis Scott. The music may be one thing, we see that live performer.
True.
That energy that you bring, the crowd reception. We don't have crowd reception here, but only the bands could get out that crowd reception.
Would you say so? Okay, if you look at money.
You know why I'm going to talk about money? Because I was at Village singing Dexter's Part. That was last year?
Yeah, last year.
I think that was last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
I was the one singing it. And I had, they say I had 6 people behind me. And I was like, how do we go sing Dexter's Part? And it's me who was there singing it.
Wow.
And he was like, who are you singing that Dexter's on the stage? I was like, don't gas me. Don't gas me. It was not. It was me.
Man turned into Dexter so.
But yeah, like, okay, it only like a few select people in the Virgin as a whole who could just bring out that energy in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like for me, 100% vibe on a whole is bringing that energy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's vibe. Come on. I'd say money, and I could see Banco in a sense, kinda. Cause when Banco had Music Fest, he had people in the front, and then they were like into it. But it's honestly.
When I talk about performance and I talk about energy, I mean I want the whole place erupting.
Or the whole, yeah.
Like the whole, like who gonna
Only
get
3
up?
man. Only
Yeah,
3
that's
man.
why you
Yeah.
call jam band, vibe, Kylo and steady band. Because ain't no Kylo and steady band from the front to the back. It got energy,
What about Overdrive?
Overdrive to bring that energy. But I can tell you, it can go half, it can be half. You talk about Banco like 1/8, but the crowd can be like this. I can be a part of the 1/8. You check?
Really?
But Overdrive, you can got at least half of the place jumping.
Okay.
When you see Rock City come to Atola, the whole place erupting.
Facts.
That is true. That is true.
Ain't like.
But then how it was last year, Village, who was it? Shensi and I mean over like after the main performance in Village, right? Man the bus out the scene. But that man was still there and it was still hype. So
People stayed but everybody ain't had that energy. Because we were late.
true.
So I say
True.
half.
You say half.
I could be there.
So what you say 3 was again?
My top 3, Jam Band, Vibe, Kylo and Styly Band. Rest in peace, Kylo.
Mine is Blaine, Vibe, Shaw.
Sure.
In that are the honorable mentions. Overdrive, up and coming exclusive sounds.
Exclusive song.
Yeah, I'd say that. So top 5 BVA or Virgin Islands artists. You could start that.
Kila Tumar for sure.
Okay, that's one.
Let me see.
I wonder if you're going to forget somebody.
From Cruz, I can say prayer. I ain't say prayer.
Okay.
Tola, no, back to Tola. I barely know any rock artists, to be honest. As a pitch of one of them, rest in peace pitch. I ain't gonna say he was a, we ain't getting into that right now. But
Okay, yeah.
long live pitch. From Tola, Banco for sure. Banco is one of them. Let me see who else. I don't want to miss out nobody. If I'm a person,
You gonna miss out somebody.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like you're missing somebody.
I got a different list than you.
Yeah, I got a whole different list than
I
you.
give myself credit for myself in there. Nice.
Huh? You know my face?
Myself credit. Man.
Okay.
Up and coming. You feel me?
What are you?
I don't give Prac City a lot of accolades for the day. So we didn't lead them off of this list. You know, they don't
forget them.
They don't
You shot the top 10. They got that.
they're up there.
Yeah,
We're gonna lead them up there. They may not hold on.
This for the up and coming, man.
We
We still trying.
Yeah. But for who making it, I just want to leave it for who really, who really breaking on a lot of barriers. I want to start with Peanut. I'm not gonna put you at number 1, but I'm gonna start at Peanut.
Okay.
I know between this list in no order, but we're gonna start at Peanut. 2 man.
True.
Zach. He making a lot of noise.
That's one of them too.
He making a lot of noise. And I can't forget my own. Hefe Tunes, Luh Hefe.
That's your top 5. Okay.
That's why I locking that one in.
Okay, so for my rappers, cause when I say artists, I don't mean just rappers on a whole, I mean like in general, but I can follow all. In terms of rappers, but in no order, Banco. I want to say Peanut, cause I see he doing big stuff. I think he went London not too long ago.
Oh, he outside.
Yeah.
Real.
Who else really rapping to like that for you? Flizzard. I want to say They Wap and Priceless.
Yeah, I forget Proudest.
Can't forget prices.
Yeah, I mean like man, Priceless got some tune for you.
Another one out of the Virgin Islands too is Maya V. She nice
Maya
too.
V,
She
I know
different.
I don't think I know.
He wasn't white and white? He wasn't white and white.
No man, whole school, no.
Yeah, I do some research on her. I'll make sure I search Maya
You
V.
say Maya V, how you spell that?
M-A-Y-A-H space V.
Maya V. Oh, cool. Okay, for me, in artists in general, like I want to tell you like my top 5 international artists or artists on a whole. Starting number 1, J. Cole. Number 2 for me, Dexter Daps.
Jump in.
Number 3, Bruno
You
Mars.
guys are happy, mister.
I'm from country to country.
I'm telling you.
He's an L told no I'm VG.
My dad went from North Carolina, Jamaica, Hawaii.
Again.
Yeah, my boy. That my top 5. My top 5 Dexter Daps, Money, J. Cole, Bruno Mars,
Money
and
on top for life.
yeah, like my top 5 like in general.
That's right.
And then I gotta say, I think I want to say Giveon. No, like
Vivian Hart. No.
yeah, Giveon.
That is all.
Yeah, pause.
My dad literally take the thing.
Nah, you hey. I had to say that.
Yeah, I think my top 5 in general. J. Cole, Dexter, Money, Bruno, Giveon. My top 5. That's my top 5. Or I have like a different list, or I want to stick with the VI list.
My international list is not gonna jump.
And I say me gonna Stallion number 1.
We can lead that one.
I ain't gonna lie. But you said
No, you go.
I don't cap. No awareness, no didiness, no nada. Meek Mill gonna always be a hard rapper. No.
Yes, kid.
No, like Meek Mill gonna forever be hard, bro. Young Thug, very hard. You know, like
No, dog. No. Dog, no. No, we can't.
Wait. One question.
That's how you know, dog.
Wait, you have the last Meek Mill project on your phone?
No, I ain't talking about that.
No, I asked
I
you.
ain't talking about the old Meek Mill, man.
Oh, okay, but say that.
Me talking about this Meek Mill.
You
like,
want to say MMG Meek Mill. 2 champions Meek Mill.
old Meek Mill. That's
Okay.
it.
Alright,
Old Meek Mill.
No, nah, but
Old Meek Mill.
no, nah, that's too ironic that you was like Meek Mill going forever be hardcore. That is that's
Man, I don't cap. I hear some tune that he recently released that went for bad.
yeah,
Fuck bad,
yeah.
like, the man can't take away the man talent.
True.
Regardless of the allegation.
Tell her.
Regardless of the allegation. Regardless of the allegation, dog, I would never go around this man, dog. I never go around this man. It's like regardless of the allegation, dog, the man know how to make music, dog. You check.
True, that is true.
Young Thug, that man for sure know how to make music, dog. Even though he was talking some shit sometimes, I say, but
Yeah.
who else? J. Cole for sure is one. Kendrick is one too.
Oh, my boy Drake, man.
There's one more.
Drake.
Straight enough, but yeah, Drake bad. I can't lie, but I would never put him as my top 5.
Think Mega he over Kendrick, dog, if I be honest with you. Like, if you put in Kendrick and listen to Drake, I'll be in the list.
I used to sit down, but then when I really sit down and listen to what Kendrick be saying, is like, he making sense. Sometimes he don't be flowing. He be flowing, but sometimes he don't be flowing. But he making sense.
To me, Kendrick, he just got specific audience.
Yeah, he got sound. He sound different. It's like he from somewhere else that we ain't from, so we ain't always resonate with what he's saying or how he getting out. But he good. He know to paint that picture. It's like,
What do you think about the Kendrick Drake beat though?
I still feel like that because I still feel like that it was for publicity. To be honest, I don't know. I ain't gonna like the industry ain't even real anymore at this point. But the industry ain't real anymore. Like, everything is just for entertainment.
Okay, but yes, it's still for entertainment. But go back to the beef. If you about to get, let's say I is your label, I is Universal, and you about to come to me and be like, yo, Matt, we selling this out. We going on 2 different tours, stadium tours. I need $1 billion, or in surplus of $1 billion.
Yeah.
And I about to be like, I don't know, Crack, if you get this money, but you ain't gonna get that money. So you decide to happen our beef that you had need to happen from a long time ago, and you decide to spark it up when you feel that you can get more money. Then I was like, oh really? With somebody else that I could give money to? Yeah. Then I was like, we gonna just send all the resources. That way, since you feel use the boss, and we can down on your price.
So you feel like the beef for real?
The man been beefing.
So the man just make it public just to make money after it?
No, but them I was sending shots. As
What?
people say, every Drake have shots in it.
I wasn't even listening to it, to be honest.
Okay, what's it? Is it Certified Lover Boy? I don't think that one had shots in it.
What if they had shots? Only album they had shots was the disco album, and even that disco album was still shots. Because that whole disco album was because Beyonce was supposed to come with a disco project. And he had know that because he wrote a song that ended up on the project. And he was like, can we clear this song? And he was like, oh really? Are you dropping something? Alright, let me make a disco project to stop on Beyonce toes. That's a woman shit, dog. Can't do that. I want to do something, you want to be like, oh, I'm gonna send him my business. That's sassy, dog.
To me, I feel like that before. It was less. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like to me, like you say, in a way, it was kind of like for publicity in a sense. Cause when it was Drake released a song, 9 minutes later, you see Kendrick. Ain't no way Kendrick in 9 minutes make a song, mix the song, post it to YouTube.
And that's why I was thinking
in 9 months. I mean in 9 minutes.
That's possible. That's possible. No, because Drake can't cut. If somebody say, yo, Kendrick, the man want to do that thing. Because he was like, Drake was like, Kai, stay on the chat, stay on the stream. Because he waited until 12 o'clock to drop it. And he tell you that from 11 or from like 10, let's say from 10:30, he sent a message. You have an hour and a half to do everything. The master engineer himself does say, yeah, we do that.
No, but you understand it, right? He dropped it in 9 minutes, responding to stuff that were already in the one that just dropped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He wasn't responding.
He
He literally said, like, he literally rebutted a point that Drake made in the song that he dropped.
But they were assuming points. So it's like, okay, if I'm gonna write a song and I say, hey, we're gonna talk about Matt and his waves, I'm gonna put something in the song talking about, I know that he's gonna talk about my waves.
Realistically,
honestly, if you're in a room long enough with people, you're gonna know how it is. And them might smoke together, them man Kendrick take this man on tour. So them man know how each other is.
Drake carry Kendrick on tour.
Drake carry everybody on tour. Drake carry A$AP Rocky on tour. Drake carry A$AP Ferg on tour. Drake carry Future on tour. He carry all them man on tour.
He put people on.
I
don't understand why people hate a man that put you on. To me, how I see Kendrick wasn't really relevant until he went on a tour with
Drake?
Yeah.
Well, he want to take care of the man.
Kendrick was always big enough, but like big in his own way. Like he had his love from out there. Until he started doing the tours and stuff, that's when he started.
Makes sense. Oh, I had a question I had posted on my status not too long ago, which was, who do you feel is bigger, Kendrick Lamar or Vybz Kartel?
I'll leave that alone.
Well, that one kind of tricky.
That was saying.
The answer's
kinda
Captain.
tricky.
The answer's Captain.
In the Caribbean, why?
No,
yeah.
the answer's Captain. I know.
I mean, Kartel name is literally War Boss, so I mean,
Yeah.
No.
I don't like. I tell a girl that I was going to a Vybz Kartel show. She asked me who that is, and I said, so like,
How
It's
old?
kinda-
You talk to young girl.
Yeah, how old are
You talk to the
She
young
old.
girl.
She old.
You talk to young girl.
She old.
Please don't do that.
Oh God.
They might making views, but you want to TikTok.
She old, that I tell
We're
you.
talking about-
Like, too old, bro.
Hmm.
Too old.
Cap.
I don't know. How old? Okay, how old is yours? If you want
She's
this to.
22. She old enough. She old enough to know better. You check.
No, dog.
She old enough to know. Like, what you gotta understand. No? She's a street American that you check. So like, that's why
No, but okay.
we don't talk to young girls around here, bro.
Yeah.
I don't talk to young girls.
Jail is a
Make
thing.
my
man.
hand rock with nobody.
Jail is a thing, and I'm going
I want to say Vybz.
Americans don't know how about them. But granted, I tell you, if Vybz Kartel end up on a roller out stage, all the Jamaicans will be there.
Jamaicans, not Americans.
Hey, hear what I say? I said Jamaicans. And when I tell you, Americans, their mother, their brother, their cousin, their auntie Jamaican, them is Jamaican. What we call them? Them is Caribbeans. Okay?
Thanks.
They may pop out. And if everybody, cousin, uncle, grandpa from Caribbeans, they may pop out. And they may learn the music.
Okay, what about this head then? Drake or Vybz?
Draco vibes. Vibes for sure.
I don't think Vybz bigger than Drake, if I be honest with you.
If Kartel-
Oh, you asked me who I'll choose. Oh,
If
you asked
Kartel
me who
out
bigger.
of- If
Oh,
Kartel out of jail, if Kartel hand over in jail,
yeah, Kartel would have been bigger. Trust.
You think so?
Yeah.
I really don't think so. I feel like it's like a what if, you know? Because
you know what it-
Cause you know, man, correct could die too at the same time.
yeah, like I feel like kind of the reason why Vybz kind of skyrocket at the same time because he come out of jail after being in there for 13 years.
No, that's like, okay, that's like saying Bobby Schmoller. No,
Well, that's
that's
correct, yeah.
different.
Okay, yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Bobby
Yeah.
Schmoller had a song, had a project, and he went jail. Vybz Kartel were doing projects
While in jail.
while in jail, before he was outside, when he was outside, because he get locked up, before he get locked up again.
Mhm.
Kartel.
Yeah, you're right.
So okay, do you think there's any? I mean, obviously there probably is. Okay, other than Michael Jackson, name an artist to me that is bigger than Vybz.
Bigger than vibes.
Adele. What? You crazy? You crazy?
Taylor Swift and I mean bigger than this
Dude,
one.
Adele. The answer is Adele, and it's only Adele. It's the only
Adele?
answer.
Who's Adele? Who's saying hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
I mean, them do say that Adele is a celebrity of celebrities.
Yeah.
Adele is.
She big like cup.
Yeah. Adele.
She big.
You say Adele?
Adele.
I ain't gonna lie, I never heard nobody say
Dude,
you heard a new Adele?
No. Let's be honest. When Adele drop a project, even if you only hear the single, you will not hear the single. You hear what he said? He said hello.
Yeah, okay. Everybody know the Hello song. That's
Of
like,
course, everybody have to know because if
That's the
I
only
did
song
not,
I
if
know from
you
Trinidad.
didn't know
That's the only
any
song I know.
Kartel song, you wouldn't have been like, as I say, your American friend didn't know that, but your American friend know hello, right?
cause Adele
She's
is American.
America's not Adele. Adele is not American.
Which
She's
is
British,
oh,
which is why.
okay. I see what you're saying there now.
But shit, they hear about she the same way they hear about Central C. You know what I'm saying? That's another one too. You feel me?
Teen,
I feel like Central C a
he
whole
just
yeah.
pop up.
Yeah, he in a whole different
He
category.
just pop up.
Okay.
Adele, from over there to make it over here, and to kill over here, and plus kill the whole of that other hemisphere. Yeah, leave that one.
But
'Cause Adele and them BTS, you know, them man on that level.
nah, yeah, I mean like BTS, yeah, them man, yeah,
Just
they
leave that alone.
yeah, man, son.
You see when- you see
They got some man in a category by themselves. This
See when
guy.
T1 wrote that song for John Cook, and that song was like first song to make a billion streams in a night or something. I was like, how you
For
gonna
real?
And honestly,
Wow.
you saying that I never know that like that was a thing. Like T-Ran wrote a song for who was it? John Cook, you said? What song? You know what song that was?
the one with
The one with Usher?
no, the one with Lato.
Oh, I think I remember seeing it. Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy.
Nah.
T1 is
Yo.
hey, I don't think no Glazers for the day.
It's a billion a night.
It's like a billion in like a day.
Or like 24 hours.
Like
You talking about
24
the
hours.
streams?
First song to do that ever.
Wow.
Hey, big up
Or
T-Ron.
fastest song to do that.
A man goated.
Nah, man. We say, Drake, what's his T-Ron in a rap before, man?
Too crazy.
Boy,
What?
Why?
VI till
I go
I
with T-Run for free.
till I die.
The thing I think that man is
No,
singing
you,
the song,
no.
right?
You hear what Timo do to Cash?
Yeah,
Nah.
I think that man be saying that song
Dude,
to
what
make
am I
him
be
cry.
saying? You were like, you ain't tell me I can't come to my hood and I in my hood, dog. Really?
So the man from the same hood? Oh.
No. I wasn't from the same hood, but
Wait,
I
so
never
you
do
mean
research
tell
that.
me, right? Okay, let me give reference for the viewers. I grew up in Road Town. I got ranks in Road Town. T-Ron from, let me say, East. T-Ron come to Road Town. I leave Road Town for a second. T-Ron tell me, don't come back to Road Town. That bad.
you are,
Is that what he do?
You let a small man come tell you what you could do and what you can do.
They're not bad,
No
man.
disrespect.
Yeah, but I would change.
Not
But the
bad,
small man
man.
was like, this man was telling the man that, and like, bro, what you think I can't come back and, bro, I right here. We outside now, no. We outside.
Mm.
Yeah, they're disrespectful thing. Like,
That was
Nah,
a different than
Nah, they're disrespectful.
nah, you know, that's disrespectful.
Nah.
But Drake or okay, let me change it. J. Cole or T-Ron in a
You know
rap.
the man were in our room together and Jacob had to walk in the room. I was like, that was crazy. I
What?
heard that story this week.
What way?
They were on a different vibration and Jacob was like, I can't deal with these vibes.
Yeah, J. Cole and different
Yeah, he does. You know, arena by himself.
But as I say, J. Cole the best rapper to ever live, and that's my opinion.
Read.
Yeah, like I
Really?
mean, like if he didn't lead that rap beef, like, it would have turned into something different. You understand? Like I feel like one of them man would have probably end up, you know, etc. etc.
Hey.
That is my opinion. I feel like J. Cole catalog as an artist and just like in terms of this rap, like not the other genres that Drake and the man in, like I feel like he just the best in terms of like lyrics and flow. That is my opinion. 'Cause I feel like Kendrick, if you look at Kendrick, he I can't even speak on it. It's like I could only listen to a handful of Kendrick songs and be like, yo, I rap with this here. But he voice to me, it just ain't the most
No, I
appealing.
understand.
Yeah.
I understand that. So you being an engineer. But what I would say about Kendrick though is if you me personally, I have some Jacob project I can't go back to. It's like, them was for a specific time and place. You see when I jump on the Kendrick project, just like when I jump on the EP, it's like I gotta listen to the whole thing straight. I gotta listen to the whole thing straight through. Jacob I could pick songs. Drake I could pick songs. Kendrick I gotta be like, yeah, start to finish, let's go.
Especially the new album that he released. I only like
the new one,
the one
the
TV off or whatever.
Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn. When Damn I come out, Playboy Carti dropped the same day, and I was like, this is a really hard debate of why you listen to. Because I was on a plane, and I was like, I don't know both of them. I was like, first for the plane, I had to listen to Carti, check.
Read.
Just for the plane.
I never listened to a Playboy Carti song in my
Yeah,
life.
I mean,
If I being 100% honest with you, never listened to a Playboy Carti song in my life.
I don't know how you get do, but yeah.
I just
He probably
can't.
got one type shit where he had Future. He featured, I think it was somebody else. I
You know,
can't
man,
remember
chop
what it
that
was.
voice, I was so upset. Oh my god.
But I can't listen to them kind of stuff. Like,
Alright, so we got two more segments for okay, this one here will be a would you rather. It could be artist or object, whatever the case is. And then I'm gonna ask one question, and if I have anything else after, let me end the part. So, would you rather Long Bay Beach or Brewers Bay Beach?
No? Or
Yeah,
a
no.
long time ago?
No.
No? I gotta say Long Bay. Bruce Bay might beat him.
They underrated.
But
Long Bay for sure.
right now, them rocks are over that.
Especially when you walk in
I
first.
can't do.
Yeah, okay. What about the Bats or CGB?
That's my question.
What's the answer?
I never been to Bats. Like,
The bat is the answer.
Actually?
I never
You
been to
know
Bats.
that?
I ain't gonna lie.
The bat is the answer.
But I go CGB kind of thing. That's one we check.
Yeah, I feel like bad to it. I feel like CGB too. It turned too touristy, if that makes sense.
I like it because I could eat in them. But other than that, if I can jump off a boat and it's cool, I can wear the bats.
Makes sense. Okay. Would you rather Virgin God or Just Van Dyke?
I like just when I water better.
I mean, okay, I understand about the water, but like in general,
The island itself,
just in general.
it's stuff to do, and if I can stab,
Virgin God,
or like
sure.
okay, like put it in a sense, like if I had to make a project on an island, which island would I pick? Something like that.
Yeah, you could put in like it could be like, whatever.
Yeah, in that
whatever.
case, it'd be just Van Dyke, but Virgin God after that. Check.
I don't pick any. Once Bunji tell me that the net working, yeah, we can go for any.
Okay. Would you rather? Oh my gosh, he bait man. Yo, I'm gonna stop. Anyways,
One more.
wait. Okay. Would you rather? Let me see. Never go to a village again in your life. We say one more. Alright.
He ain't getting them.
Never go to a village in your life. This one is for you, Matt. I'm gonna ask you the other one. Never go to village again in your life, or walk with the person that you, or the person that inspired you the most. Like for instance, like okay, would you never want to go to a village again, or walk with Kanye and be successful? Something like that.
So I can't go to village, and I have to, but I get to work with Kanye West.
You have to pick one.
Or pick one. Okay.
Pick one.
Well, just knowing how Kanye West will work. Because I don't want the man to tell me that my mix sound like shit out of the incinerator, and then he tell me to go find Jesus. I can pick go village because yeah, just knowing how.
No, I read.
If you know how he to work, are you ever hear the stories?
Okay, so for you, what about never go village again? Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna change it for you. Wait, you ever been Juvie?
What? You just say that? You don't see the videos, man.
Clack.
Oh yeah. What the fuck? Okay, never go a Juvie again. Okay. This one for both of you. Never go village or never go Juvie again.
Never go village. No cap.
Never go village?
Never go village. I would choose Juve over village any day, like.
Really?
For real?
So if you had if the whole of festival just Juve every night, as in from 5 o'clock, sorry, from 4:30 till 7:30.
It's just every night.
Juve
Just
every day.
I mean, I'll be told every what? I will be
But
here
every
every
day
time.
That's I gonna let you. That's insane.
I will
Every
go
day
Juve
just
like.
That's insane.
with Shensia on the truck.
Oh, even better. Even better. I there for sure. What?
Wait, so you climb on top of the truck?
What? Like up there, first man up there. What? At least you know. At least you know.
Nah, I'm gonna let you. That no. Never go a village or never go a Juve and you picking Juve. You gonna go to?
What do you mean I going Juve? Yes.
But he-
Like, I don't only come down here carnival just for Juve. Like that'd be
Because-
excited to go.
No, honestly, because when he was here for village, I was like, the man, when he's like, I outside.
Are you ready for
He
Juve?
is not in the middle of everybody.
Are you ready
He
for
on the
Juve?
outside,
Yeah,
on
like-
the outskirts.
What about you though? What you pick? Never go village, never go
He picking
Juve.
village.
Me not Juve, man, like that.
See?
My ears gonna be there. I can't make
But I mean, like after Juve last year, I just ringing dog.
Man, last year Juve wasn't all that. The one.
Yeah, like
the
that.
year
Yeah.
before.
That was saying like
That
like,
one never the
people say, oh, this one with a rate up, like with a rate to that people. I mean, how many people I know? But it just it wasn't all of that.
Yeah, it was dead. I mean, like.
I big, never go Juve.
Never go Juve.
But I have to jump off of East Bridge every day.
So you telling me I would try with Juve?
I wouldn't
Okay,
say
no,
that
no. It's just a question now.
just for now.
Never go village or never go Juve again in your life.
I only got 2 Juve, I am.
Only 2 Juve, dog. So
That's
I
the
mean,
West thing. Everybody else got one. We got 2.
you're wrong, you know.
Get check.
Okay,
You check?
East Juve or Town Juve.
Tongue Juve, meaning like tongue Juve. Tongue Juve is different, you know what I'm saying? Because some people will be outside. East Juve, kind of too long for me.
You like your Spanish girl, then?
Yeah, what? What? And I'm Spanish gonna give me a different kind of rush here, you know? But It's good enough, but just too long, man. My leg gonna be hurting by the time I don't walk on that whole stretch.
You want to walk with Air Force and Crocs.
Nah. When I be in Crocs, but
I think I went in sneakers. I think if I be honest with you.
Yeah, if you go in sneakers, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I went in sneakers. I know gonna be walking now.
I don't like sneakers. I don't like to wear sneakers. I only wear anything.
Well, you're fucking me out, you dog. Most definitely that.
Next year I ain't try it.
Wait, where is your start from? Is that like where is that from?
Wait, in town or east?
Sometimes
East.
I thought was usually
from my yep. Sometimes it start from my yep because that's what the truck in the beat back up.
yeah, that.
Yep,
But
to
you know,
fetching beef.
Yep, all the way to
sometimes by yep, but sometimes it's done by the 70 church.
Hey, me gonna let you. That's a walking.
That what I
from
saying.
by the police
That what I
station.
saying.
From right where the police station come up there, where the old East Village used to start.
That's a
And
walking.
the truck and move so slow that by the time you just.
Wait, so you want to run?
I'm moving faster than the truck
Because
them.
they don't run you down.
I'm moving faster than the truck them. That tongue.
But East them will run you down.
Tongue we keep.
No, tongue got pace that.
Yeah,
Tongue got pace
good
that.
pace that.
Okay, what time we start? We start tongue 5. We were by fetching pay pack. Anyway.
Yeah.
6:30.
What? 6:30?
6:30, 7.
I would say like you like for the last year probably like 8. Probably like 8, 9. We were by pay pack.
East does take long, you know. But East got 2 trucks sometimes.
But tongue got like 3.
Yeah, but
Tongue
one
got
is a DJ,
trucks.
one is a DJ and 2 band.
Alright.
Yeah.
3 more would you rather's. Vibe.
Oh no.
Vibe
Maybe the answer.
or Okay, no, scrap that one there.
Because if you are saying Bob Marley or Vibe, I'd have said Big Vibe.
Nah, don't even blame me for that one there.
Wow.
I really don't even blame me for that one there.
I mean, Bob Marley and Vibe are 2 different things.
But
No, but it's like
yeah.
it's 2 laid band.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, if you go Bob Marley like status, you go what I mean go to. Let's be frank.
Drew he go to that already.
You
Yeah,
go to them,
yeah.
but like if Drew had like Bob Marley status, like worldwide just walking anyway, like
And the man is not you. Yeah.
one fainting, you know. I mean, granted,
Okay, because you said that, I got a question here now.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson or Bob Marley?
I ain't gotta go Bob Marley.
Wow, that's insane. I ain't gonna lie
go
to you.
Bob Marley.
I gotta give it to Michael. Like, sorry,
I gotta get to Bob
I give it to
Marley.
Michael. Like.
That's how Michael move.
Yeah, that's how.
You look like Michael. You know?
Yeah, I tell you. Why you like? Nah, I gotta get to Bob Marley. I ain't Michael Jackson got some good music in him, but
That is true.
I like to sit down and listen to a song I can hold on my head to check this.
Yeah,
Get out of my head. That's like
makes sense.
But
Never be able to listen to reggae music again, or never be able to listen to hip hop.
Go pick another.
that one they have.
That one they had, it's tough.
Reggae good.
So if we reggae, we counting everything Jamaica or just
No, just reggae itself.
So we just taking out all the Marleys then.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I can't do that one. Can't do that one.
How?
But
That's Bob Marley and coffee.
see, you don't bundle. No, that's why you can't relate to it and check.
No.
But
We
you
get,
hold
to
on,
keep, we get to keep Dexter Depps, we get to keep the whole popcorn, we get to keep Cartel, and you gotta go in, you gotta throw it.
So they are part of that.
No, that's dance hall. We keeping that dance hall. That's why I asked if reggae is all of Jamaican music.
Okay, well, yeah.
So I would have to keep rap.
Yeah,
I mean,
keep rap.
we throw reggae.
Show reggae?
If itself, the subgenre of reggae, even
Okay.
though reggae is like a branch off of hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
but you know.
What about hip hop or dancehall? One forever. That one they tough.
The blood. No. Hold on.
Dog.
I keep dancing, man. I keep dancing.
That you keep dancehall?
Keep dancing.
You want to tell us that bad? We don't hear too much of it.
Nah.
Oh, you
ain't
know, good man.
Dying.
Okay, let me change the question for you.
Okay.
Would you rather never make dancehall music again or never rap again?
Ooh.
Never rap again. I can stick to dance. I like dance.
You see?
Okay.
I like
Okay.
dance.
Okay.
That's why I say dance. I keep dancing.
Okay. Shensi and Nicki Minaj.
Shensia. I ain't gonna cap. Nicki Minaj, she got my attitude for me, man. Shensia probably got attitude, no, but me
Talking
say
about music. Bro.
Nah, but that's alright. But I feel like Shensia better. Like, from what I be seeing in her life, like she actually a cool person, I say, and her music be good too. So
What you think, man?
like a personality.
Music alone,
He said Nikki, yeah, that's no.
like,
Yeah, it's Nikki.
if you had said Cardi, no, I'd have been like, yeah, can't jump that shit.
Okay, then what about Shensia Twinkle?
Don't ask me that.
Shensia Twinkle. That's a hard
Twinkle.
one there, boy. Twinkle look good.
No, we talking about the music.
You see, I tell you, I focus on the music, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, cut up.
You focus on the music.
For the music, I gotta get. Me personally, give the Shensia. Give the
I
Shensia.
never heard much sound from Twinkle before.
Wait, okay, so like, you were here the village and she were here?
Was I? I think I was, but I went in the back.
You see?
Yeah. I had
But-
my social life. I don't
But
really
when
remember
she
that.
was here, right, and the breeze was blowing, I said, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
I said, fella, the girl making the breeze blow. Me understand this thing, you know? I never said that in my life. I said, the girl turn around and the breeze start blow. I said,
But that was Twinkle, you said?
yeah. I said, what? Like, I got video, I said, why my video so blowy now? I
Okay.
said,
Yeah.
Okay. I got one more, and then we could end off. Let me see. Road Tongue or Eastern? Never be able to step foot in Road Tongue, Tortola BVI VG 1110. I'll never be able to step foot in Eastern, Tortola BVI VG whatever.
I ain't gonna lie, you really need everything from tongue. I ain't cap.
But I mean,
No.
Eastern is our next tongue same way.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Eastern and not tongue too. What Eastern got for you?
I mean, what Eastern don't got for you?
Eastern got supermarket, one man.
Eastern got multiple supermarket. Eastern got a whole studio.
And that's
The
what the studio
bakery.
is too.
That's what the
so-
studio is. I can't throw it with the studio.
I mean, okay. For your case, you could relocate the studio if you want, but you gotta pick one.
But I want to add.
You know what's funny? I can't throw Eastern.
You can't choose reason. What's the reason?
Because that's one, that's where my family from. But and we just talking about reggae music. And there's a popular sample. I can send you the sample what we're talking. The person who the popular sample is from is a reggae sample. She's from East End, and she's a Penn, and this is used all across the world.
Wow.
So I can just for multiple historic reasons.
Like the memories and stuff like that.
Just for multiple historic reasons, and this kind of wall impact coming out of Eastern, not coming from Tongan.
Facts.
Come out of Eastern. Jugo ain't from Tongan. Jugo from Virgin Gala. We leave that alone, but Virgin Gala under East of Tatola. You check.
We say the good come from the east.
You check.
Weird.
It said doesn't go to west. Does it?
Live in existence. Right there. Right there. Yeah.
Anyways,
We
man.
trying to see. We could just skip tongue and we go west.
Really?
That's all we gotta do. We didn't have to. Gotta do all of that.
I appreciate that for coming on the pod. Speaking on music, etc. Really appreciate that, yo.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, looking to hear more products from her, yo.
Sure.
I'll make sure I master the place. Indeed.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
That's the aim. That's the goal.
Have a nice day.
What about this guy does say? I'm out.